One. Hello again. Welcome to part 2 of the Sweet D podcast. I'm here with my good friend
Teddy,
and my other good friends,
Sara,
Kim,
Stacy.
Talk a little bit about who are you guys? Who's Teddy? Who's Teddy first?
I'm a member at CrossFit Beautiful Disaster, the best box in all of Florida.
He's single too, ladies. Ladies, don't take too long, okay? What about you guys, girls?
Same, except I'm a 6 a.m.er.
6 a.m.er.
Hi, I'm Kim. I do the mobility class here.
Yes.
Thursday nights at 6:30.
Be there, people. Come on.
Yes. Take advantage of it.
Yes. It's free for members. Get in here.
And I am Sara, one of the newest coaches here at the gym.
Yes. So if you guys didn't notice, and I know what you're thinking, JJ, what is up with that beautiful mustache? And Teddy, it's coming in.
It's coming in.
It's coming in. I had a little quick start. Yeah, I got a little start on him. I got the jump on him. So what's this? What's this for, Teddy?
It's for November, which is a month of the year, November, where men grow out their facial hair, mustaches especially. JJ disagrees that it's mustaches, but it is mustaches. That's the tradition. And it's to raise awareness for mental health in males particularly and cancer. So it's a really good cause. So for any guys out there, even though November's already started, if you want to grow a mustache, see if you can raise some money, set up a GoFundMe page or something. It's a really good cause. And as you can see, JJ's is going to be ridiculous by the end of the month. I'm looking forward to seeing what that bad boy looks like. Mine, kind of.
Is it for mental health or cancer?
It's for
Both.
Oh, okay.
And ladies, if you get yours waxed or even your eyebrows and you pluck
Let
or
it go
tweak
for the month.
or what are the other things?
No.
Thread. If you thread,
Don't do it.
hey, maybe take the rest of this month and just not do it. All right, for mental health. Yeah. Don't shave your legs for the month. Okay, I like that. All right, so don't. You got the rest of the month to not poop. It's for mental health. Just you can boy. Scratch that. Just worry about the eyebrows. Okay. All right. So let's get down and dirty. Let's talk about today's topic. Drum roll, Sara. It is. I don't know if I
Rest
told
and
you or not.
recovery.
Yeah, rest and recovery. You do know. All right. So we're gonna get down and dirty. We're gonna talk about rest days. Recovery days, active recovery days, working out more than once a day. Stacy, take it away. You do more than once a day. Take it away.
Queen of the box. She kills it. So Tracy, I called you my mom's name. Sorry, Tracy. Stacy, you get in here,
his
you
mom's
kill it
name.
every day.
That's what he just said.
How do you have the energy to get into the box every day? Where does the motivation come from? And do you feel healthy every day, or are there days where you feel sore than others that you kind of don't want to? Delve into that, please.
So most days.
Hold the microphone close to your mouth, please.
Oh. Most days I get the motivation from trying to beat Sara. Today that didn't happen, but maybe tomorrow.
A little bit of friendly competition.
I like coming in the morning just because I'm used to it already. A lot of people say, oh, you're crazy for waking up that early, but my body's already used to it and I just wake up on my own. And I like working out that early just because I feel like my body doesn't know what it's doing yet. So I almost sometimes do better in the morning versus the PM. But sometimes it motivates me to come back and do more work in the PM just because I kind of have a starting point of what I did in the morning, and then I come back and I could just work harder.
So you go by feel. It's not especially planned out. It's more like, did the session this morning, but still feel good. Could definitely sneak someone else in.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Okay. Good. I like it. Stacy, I got a question for you. How many days a week do you work out?
6.
Woo! Me oh my.
6 and sometimes 7.
Son of a gun. All right. Let's go to Kim. Kim.
Hello.
I'm about to set Stacy up. All right. Stacy, I happen to know, works out 6 days a week,
How do you know that?
oftentimes twice a day. So where does Stacy recover in her training?
I'm not good at that.
Where does she recover in her training?
When does she recover in her training? When should she recover in her training?
At
Or
work.
actually, I got a better question for you. What should Stacy be doing to recover in her training? I don't really have a set answer for this. I'm just I'm not
Eating properly. One
I
thing,
don't know. I just want your advice.
definitely eating properly, getting enough sleep will probably be the other thing, and then you can do an active recovery day where you're maybe
Yes.
not hitting things quite as hard. Or simply taking a day off. I mean, she does 6 days a week generally,
Yes.
sometimes 7.
Good.
But that would be one of the things you do. Just do an active recovery day. It could be coming to the mobility class. It's still a day where you're doing something, but
Yes.
you're not hitting it near as hard as you probably would at the endurance class on Mondays or something like that. And then just making sure you're eating good, not hitting the French fries or something like that I do.
Or the rice and beans, Stacy. We know you. All right, good. And Teddy, actually, let's get with Sarah too. One more question for the lady side, and then
Yes, yes.
we will do our best to drop some sort of knowledge. The little bit that we do have, we will try to drop it the best we can. How many times a week do you work out?
I'm probably 4 to 6 days, depends on the week.
All right, why not 6 every week?
Oh, if I could, I would do all 6 every week. But just time, family, things come
Okay,
up.
so unplanned rest days on your part.
Yes,
Okay, good.
unplanned rest days. Yep.
All right, good. All right, Teddy, what about you?
I'd say like pretty solid 5 days a week. Yeah, and
Pretty
definitely
solid.
2 days off. I mean, I just like it that way because then when I know I've got 5 days a week, those 5 days are all really intense. There's no like days where I'm just like in the gym for the sake of it, even though I know I'm sore. I always take Sunday off, and I always take either Wednesday or Thursday off.
Not always Sunday.
Not always Sunday, because
Doesn't always take Sunday off, people.
is that a joke?
So do you follow CrossFit's method of 3 on, 1 off, or
No, not really. I like to start the week. For me, I can usually go the first 3 days of the week just because obviously it's when I feel the most fresh. I've had the Sunday off. I feel good. And then as the kind of like the week catches up with you with work and other responsibilities, you want to take that Thursday off, maybe even take the Friday off and then hit Saturday and Sunday. I just play it by how I feel. I
your
protect
schedule?
and I just try and protect the intensity of my training by doing it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's very, very much an individual type of thing. Like Stacy does 6, Kim does 5, 6. I'm assuming Sarah, you do 4, 6. It's just individual type of thing. What about you, Mr. JJ?
Oh, yes. I was hoping somebody would ask. You know what? It varies. Some weeks I work out 5 days. Some weeks 3. It really, it all depends on life. It all depends on how I feel. And it all depends on life. I said that twice because it's
That important.
CrossFit Games athletes right now. You know, we do it for fun. We
yeah.
don't do it.
Next year I'm going to the games, but this year I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, not feeling it, but yeah. So here's kind of my look on that. All right. So Stacy works out 6 days a week. Couple reasons. First, because she can. All right. Stacy doesn't have children. No kids for
She's
Stacy.
single, guys.
Not yet. Single guys? What?
They are about the same age, aren't they?
Viewers, if you guys have any ideas, I shoot them out. Where was I going with this train of thought? I just put 1 and 1 together, and yeah, okay. So
very good at math.
no, I'm not normally good at math, but that just I'll solve that one quick. All right. So here's my view. Okay, training rest days should be taken as needed. All right. I really don't have a secret formula or when. I don't think you should say other than Sunday, we're not open, so you guys should all take Sunday off. But otherwise, it's kind of as needed, right? Yes. Go ahead. I'm gonna.
But as needed is so tough because I mean, you join the box, you join the community, you start to love the the environment, you make friends with people, you want to come back to the box, you start to ignore those aches and pains here and there, and you really don't know where to draw the line for as needed.
Yeah.
Sure, I can use a day off, but I'm still going to come because, well, all my 6 a.m. friends are here, right?
But that's what you should do. Maybe just be smart about it. Be like, hey, I don't want to miss out on that social environment, but you know what? I'm going to listen to my body today. And whilst the class go, I'll still say hi to everyone at the start of the class. I'll do mobility on the side, or I'll just do, 40 minutes of really low aerobic, like work on the rower or bike or whatever. Like, be smart about it, because there's a reason you get soreness in your body. Like, that's your body's way of like saying, hey, calm it down. Like, I'm hurt. I need to recover. And that's how in the long term you adapt and you get better and you get stronger. If you don't allow your body to rest, then through recovery and taking a day off, you're not going to get better. So that's something to factor in. I think people that think that they need to get in every day to get better and get fitter and lose weight, it's not always the case. You can do more damage by doing too much than actually resting and allowing that recovery to happen. So that's a point I wanted to make about it.
Yeah, actually, to touch on that too, what a lot of people might not know or realize is when you exercise, you're damaging muscle, okay? And the muscle
I'm gonna do visual
recovering itself is what causes you to grow and get stronger, okay? One more time on the biceps. One more time. Okay, anyways. So basically, if you damage a muscle and you don't give it the time to recover,
sleep, eat, not do anything.
Water, drink lots of water. If you're not taking a multivitamin, a whole lot of things that we can go to another time. But as far as resting, you should rest as needed. And I don't have, like I said, I didn't give amount of days because as needed could be different from person to person. Okay. Stacy doesn't need to rest because she's a beast.
This is true.
That's it.
I have a question.
That's all that happens. Give me a question.
So is it better to do the rest day or the light mobility day mid your training days or the day before you're going to take your days off?
I like that question.
So like,
Wait.
would I do it Wednesday in the middle of, since I come Monday
Okay.
through Saturday,
Yeah.
or would I do the light day Saturday and then have the Sunday off?
Well, there's no such thing as a light day Saturday here.
No.
Not happening.
The light day is going to happen on the Sunday if it's going to happen at all, because on
That's right.
Saturdays, it's a partner WOD day. And we need more people at the partner WOD days because those are good mornings. That's a really good environment on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, if you're not coming Saturday, you need to be here. It's tough. It's a good start of the weekend, and it's early in the morning, so you can still go on with your day. But here's kind of how I answer that. It depends. It's going to change from person to person. I think if you went hard Monday and Tuesday, and you're limping into the box, and you got Fran on Wednesday, you probably shouldn't do it. Take Wednesday, use it as a mobility day, like Teddy said. Roll out, stretch, or just pump a little blood in the legs on the rower. Get on the Airdyne. Teddy, my friend, has a ritual after every good WOD, especially if it's really leg intensive. When it talks about that.
10 minutes on the bike after a workout, or the rower if the bike's taken, just flush that lactic acid out. It's going to 10 times your recovery just because it's not going to be stuck there. When you go through 8 hours of sleep and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, my legs are so sore from the workout last night. It's because the lactic acid is still in your muscles. So by doing some slow, like literally just pedaling on the bike for 10 minutes, it flushes your legs out. And also after you do that, when you move around and stuff, that's when the mobility is a lot easier to do. I can't explain the science behind this. Maybe Kim can. But I've heard that when your muscles are, yeah, that really was like a tongue twister. Kim can. But when you are warm and stuff, you're more flexible. So then the mobility stuff is a lot easier because your joints and muscles are. Kim, do you want to talk about that?
You can kind of think of it as like your muscles become more like a rubber band.
Yeah.
So as rubber band is cold, it doesn't stretch as easily versus when it's nice and warm. I mean, yes, that's why you're always warming up just a little bit. Even in the regular morning CrossFit classes, you guys do a little bit of warm up first before you start hitting it a little bit harder. But yeah.
Yeah, and to touch on that, and it's a good point. I'm glad you said that. One thing that we do and that I kind of preach is stretching, specific stretching of muscles, especially when you choose a single muscle. It's better for after the workout. A lot of people ask me that. When should I stretch, before or after? And exactly as Kim said, when you're working out, you are tightening the muscle. So you're shortening the muscle, I guess you could say. All right. Just crushing it. Okay. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to stretch out or kind of elongate that muscle before you work out. Think about squats and how tight you're going to be squeezing your quads and your butt. Right. And if you're not squeezing your butt tight on squats, Teddy he'll do it. Okay. So, oh, Vinny, I hope you're watching this. Guys, I'm gonna go off topic. If you want to see Vinny here next week's podcast, drop a comment, please. I know half of you can't understand him when he talks, but we will have subtitles. Or we can what do they call when they a voiceover? We'll voiceover. His mouth will move, but you may hear someone else's voice.
This is a box for everyone, Everybody. Equal opportunity. But yes, back to the topic. Stretching should be done after. Okay. Now, as far as rest days, getting back to the main topic here, rest days I think should be taken again as needed. If you're sore, like we said, come in and do, get on the rower, get on a bike, do your mobility. All right. I don't have, there's not, I don't know. Kim, you could chime in. I don't know if there's really such a thing as somebody coming and doing too much mobility a day that they're not working out.
Well, you can be overly mobile. I mean,
Sure.
There is that. But now I was thinking, like, to answer more for Stacy's question, I'm more of an endurance athlete than weightlifting of sorts.
Sure.
The days that I tend to have as my recovery days are usually the day after I've done something more intense. So if I'm going to do, let's say, my long runs, 10 miles or more on a Sunday, Monday is going to be the day where I will do something that will still move my legs. I'll bike. I've been rowing a little bit more as of late just to try to get something different, but to change it up a little bit, to use slightly different muscles than what's really sore. And then I stretch a little bit more than the next day or two afterwards, to make it, so I'm not every day hitting it hard. So I definitely have some days that we pull back. And especially now that I'm in my mid 40s, my body starts to get more tired and I have to do things differently. What's that?
You don't look a day over 21, Kim.
Oh, thank you.
I think a good way of, on those lower kind of activity days, like a recovery day, if you want to do something like, I don't know, on the bike or on the rower, that's a part of CrossFit which is not always easy to implement in classes, but it's still just as important, like doing a 20, 30-minute, really kind of like low intensity row or bike, because that helps build up your aerobic base. And CrossFit is primarily anaerobic, which means it's a little bit more intense, and they complement each other. So that's getting a little bit sciencey, but it's still pretty simple to understand. Like, that's the type of work which you can do on your own, which you won't always get in a CrossFit class. So, there's benefits of doing the unsexy stuff and just taking it easy on some days. Sara Cruz, why are you laughing?
Email just came.
But to answer the question about the about mobility wise, I do think you can be overly mobile. I mean, there's definitely some times where I've stretched myself a little bit too much. So there, just like you can work out too hard, you can stretch too much as well, to then you start hurting the muscles, because some people like, oh, I'm a little bit sore. Maybe I need to stretch. Maybe you don't need to stretch. You need to strengthen more than stretch. So you kind of have to listen to really what your body is telling you. If your body is telling you you're tired, listen to it. Take a day off, change it up. If you've been working legs really hard, you know what? Leave the legs alone. Maybe work on upper body, strengthen, or work on some of the mobility. You had a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask, so when you come in and do like the light session or the mobility, how long should you spend on that? To where it like works to what you're trying to accomplish, but it's not too long to where you're overdoing it.
So I have a one-word answer, and I say it all the time. When anybody asks me how much warm-up they should do and how much mobility they should do, I always say one word, and Sara Cruz might know it.
I know 2 words. Long enough?
Enough. That's it. That's the word. It's different for everybody, right? So I can usually work out. I can usually warm up for a workout in 10 minutes or less. To be honest with you. All right, Teddy takes
30 minutes is a good day.
minimum of 30. Minimum of 30. Okay, got to know your body. So I don't have a yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't necessarily warming up. This is like coming in. I don't want to do anything
All right,
crazy.
so it depends. All right, if only your hamstrings are sore, I mean, you don't need to really mobilize for more than, if you're doing an hour, you're doing a lot of hamstring work. I think Kim could probably answer this maybe a little better than me, but I would say, if you pick a good couple stretches, maybe you can foam roll for a couple minutes per leg and maybe pick a stretch or two. I think anything over that might be maybe overdoing it. It depends from person to person again and how sore you are.
I'm not an advocate of stretching before working out. I'm
No,
really
definitely
not.
not. I think you were talking recovery day, correct, Stacy, in the original question? Okay. So yeah, the recovery day. So if she was sore and she were to come in, how much time would she spend doing her mobility and stretching and whatnot?
I think it becomes like with today's class. So some people were complaining about tightness of hips. You just work that whole hip area. You just spend a few minutes working on it's not just your hamstrings that are sore, because the hamstrings are connected to a bunch of different areas. So you start
the neck bone.
Right. You start loosening up not only the hamstring, but then you start working into the hips a little bit more, the hip flexors a little bit more, the groin muscles. You start working that whole area, because it could be something else that's pulling on your hamstring that's giving you some problems. So you just, the short answer is it depends. Because everybody because everyone winds up being a little bit different on what do they need for their own recovery. Super flexible people don't, they'll spend maybe a little bit more time loosening up just because they know they know how deep they can get, so they're going to always work with where you are, or where they can go and try to keep within that. But people who aren't super flexible, you might warm up a little bit. I don't know, it's different. Ages also plays into it.
Yeah.
A good tip I have as well for most people that have sitting down jobs or sit down a lot of the day, just for every 15 minutes, if you can, just get up, even if it's for a minute, just move around, crack your back a few times, loosen those hips. Like, that really kind of makes a difference, because if you are sitting down all day, squats are not going to be fun when you come into CrossFit in the evening.
Hear that, Sarah?
Yes, Sarah. No
Can
pressure.
you guys explain the Mark Pro, when to use it, and how to use it?
She hit us with, I can tell. That was the first question.
Oh, I like.
Segue.
Mrs. Podcasters. I'm going to pass this on to my co-host, Mr. Jason Derulo-Nieves.
All right, so the theory behind the Mark Pro, if nobody knows what the Mark Pro is, all right, it is nice. It feels awesome, all right? So if that's not worth anything to you. If you don't know what the Mark Pro is, it's a muscle stimulator, okay? And if you don't know what a muscle stimulator is, it's the little square thing with the wires that come off onto the sticky pads on your body that makes your hand go boom, 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 boom. All right, that's what that is, okay? Now, the actual Mark Pro we have has two settings, a high and low frequency, for two different purposes, okay? Low frequency for the muscle, okay? So let's say we'll go back to the hamstring, since we've been talking about the hamstring. So hamstrings are sore, they're tight. You did a bunch of lunges 2 days ago, and you're really feeling them. You would put the pads, the sticky pads, on your hamstrings, and it's a 30-minute session on low frequency, and you can control the level, the output, okay? And then same way, if it's like a knee joint or an ankle joint or wrist that hurts, any kind of joint or shoulder is a really good one. There's a way to put it on there as well, and it shoots a high frequency wave, and it helps recover. So the way it works is, what it's supposed to do is kind of pump the scar tissue, the bad blood, out of your muscle and force new blood in there. So it moves. It shakes your hand like this, because that's actually the waves pumping out all that waste in your muscle, okay? When you exercise, you damage your muscle, so you pump out all the waste, and you pump new blood in there. All right. So in short, that's how it works without getting too kind of scientific, because truthfully, I'm not really that scientific. But that's in a way, that's how it works. Okay. If you've never tried it, you need to try it. Again, works on your joints, works on your muscles. It's 30 minutes and it's $5. You can't beat that. Okay. A massage is more than 9 times that.
Happy ending.
Then it's 12 times that. You could shop around. Ask Teddy if you need to find a good place. But either way, okay. I know you have another question, so let's go right into number 2.
Well, let's. How about the drinks that we offer? Fit Aids, Kill Cliffs are coming in.
Last Sara Cruz. After my workouts, I like to drink Kill Cliff. No, at the moment, obviously you guys. Oh, sorry. Kill Cliff.
There you go.
Hey.
Product placement, proper.
So the main ones that CrossFit Beautiful Disaster offer, obviously, the Fit Aid collection, the normal Fit Aids and the RX Fit Aid, which I like the RX because it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
It does?
It really does.
No.
Have you ever had it? Oh, it's so good. Like, I like both of them, but the RX is it's a special taste. Very special taste. But yeah, I feel like they taste better after workouts. I would recommend trying them if you haven't. How much are they here?
$3 and $3.50. So the RX is $3.50. The regular one is $3.
It's a great deal.
The difference is
The RX has got creatine in it,
that's right.
which give you muscles.
The RX is the black can, the all black can, the gold, I think.
It's actually scientifically proven that you'll have a 6-pack in 2 months if you drink one after every workout in the next 2 months. It's a fact. That's what happened to me. That's why I take my shirt off all the time. Not now. What about the Kill Cliff, JJ? You like the Kill Cliffs, don't you?
I do, mainly for the taste. All right. I like carbonated fizzy drinks, pops, if you guys want to say it that way. I do like the flavor of the Kill Cliffs much better. Okay, you get electrolytes, you get enzyme blends, plant extracts, and some sort of vitamin blend. I don't really know.
What flavor is that?
Exactly. This flavor is raspberry blueberry.
But how is that good for the recovery of your muscles?
Here, basically, it's just extra vitamins and electrolytes. To be honest with you, okay. That's the main thing. It's
The
electrolytes
Fit Aid as
and
well?
extra vitamins. All right. Truthfully, I don't want to get too much into diet again because that's another topic. But you should be getting all your vitamins and minerals in your food you eat. When you don't, or if you exercise and you're depleted of some of those vitamins, you can get them
You drink it after. You drink it after?
here. Yes.
Yeah, drink it after.
You
don't
should drink it after.
No way.
Yeah. There's people that drink it before, or
Funny.
if you ever see anybody drink it at a CrossFit competition that's not competing, or
It's
just
just
drinking
for
it
looks. It's
taste.
just for looks.
For looks and taste. Status.
Yeah, I agree. But also,
I
like,
CrossFit.
what you should be drinking, what I'd recommend, I drink a protein shake pretty much after every CrossFit session, just because it's really quickly absorbed into the body. Obviously, when you work out, your body breaks down your glucose. It breaks down protein in your body, and you kind of need to restore that. So that's why protein shakes are a thing. It's just a really quick way of rebalancing, like, muscle protein synthesis. Correct? Yeah. Real science. But yeah, it's just a quick way of doing that. And also, I would suggest getting a quick carb in after a workout. I know people think that carbs are bad, but they're not. You need carbs. You need carbs to recover. So something like a really simple sugar, even if you have it in like a powder form or pixie sticks, just something just to kind of like get your blood glucose levels back up and feel 100% again. And it's all about recovery. Rest, eat well, sleep. Number 1 is sleep. Everyone will back me up on that. How many hours of sleep do you guys get every night?
Well, how many hours of sleep do you get, Sarah? Princess, how many hours of sleep do you get?
That's why she's so
You know.
We'll let Sarah
No.
take this one away. Go ahead, you got it, Sarah. Having a
Enough.
child,
Thanks to you.
we
Thanks to
know-
you, I get enough sleep. Yes.
Oh. Who said that romance is dead? What a
Good save. That's right. Good save. Good save. No way I can come back at that one.
How many hours sleep do you get?
Uh-oh.
At least 7.
Good.
At least 7.
Kim?
At least probably around 7.
That's
Oh,
solid.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
So question, really quick. Last night we had a terrible night with our toddler. We probably slept a total of 3 interrupted
Hold
hours.
on, I gotta interrupt you. Or
I was interrupted as well.
okay, back to
My
the question.
sleep was interrupted.
Save the domestic for home. This is a
Do you come in to work out knowing that you did not get proper sleep last night? Again, I need to come in. I got to come in and beat Stacy. Do you come in, or how do you handle that?
So here's what I would say: if you have a 9 to 5, probably see how you feel when you get off work. Okay, I happen to not have a 9 to 5, so I was able to chillax at home and rest a little bit. So I came in and worked out despite a long night. You did the same.
Mm-hmm.
But for a normal person with 9 to 5, I would say you just gotta listen to your body, see how you feel. I wouldn't say never come in, because if you've had enough food and your work isn't in construction where you're out there working hard out in the sun all day and you feel fine, sure,
Come
in. Okay. If you do construction and you only slept for 2 hours and all you had was a peanut butter jelly sandwich for lunch, probably go to Five Guys.
That's like, maybe that's one of the days where like we were talking about before, you come in and you say, you know what, like I feel like crap. I'm going to take one of those recovery days today. I'll do something different that's not too taxing, that's not going to have me breathing so super heavy at the end, not going to have me feeling like crap to where I go home and just feel like even more crap. And just be smart about it. Like JJ said, listen to your body, maybe do some mobility. I like to say, use the term, protect the intensity of your workouts. That if you take anything away, come in and be like, can I get the stimulus which is designed from this workout? If you can't push yourself to do that, just take a day off and be smart and come back in tomorrow and kill it then.
And I got something actually. So, and the other thing too is if you're not coming in, all right, and you want to take a rest day, to me, you have 2 kinds of rest days. You have a completely rest day where you don't do nothing. You watch movies, eat clean,
binge a little.
binge. No, not Ben and Jerry's. Binge. Like watch a lot of shows. Not Ben and Jerry's.
I like that Ben and Jerry's.
All right, so. Yeah, you have a complete rest day and you have an active rest day. And now active rest day doesn't mean you have to do fitness, all right? Get outside. Clean the garage, okay? Go to the beach, play some volleyball with your friends. Go to the park and play rugby or soccer with your English and British friends. Take your dog for a walk and play with your dog in the park. What else you got?
That's it. Yeah. Honestly,
that's it.
Don't be a loser. And
yes.
Go in the box
remember, functional fitness.
Fitness is about, like, the whole point of getting fit is so you can go outside and express it and do different things and be healthy and show off that amazing body that you've worked so hard for, or go and run a marathon or get outside in the sun. Just do something other than, because this gets repetitive. Like, there's days where I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. Like, get out, refresh. No offense. Like, I love you guys and I love this place, but, you know, it's like anything in life. Too much of something is, moderation is key. I'm going to let JJ speak because I dug a hole.
I'll take it over. Next question.
Oh, no, I think I'm done with my questions. So you guys. Well, I have a question for Stacy. Stacy, you work out 6 days a week. Do you feel like day 4, 5, and 6, you're much sluggish, much more slower? It's a little tougher to get through the WODS than.
We did notice your score today wasn't as high as like maybe Monday's score would have been.
It exceeded cap a little.
Some fire from Sara Cruz.
Sorry. So on Monday, I feel fresh because I take Sunday off. But Tuesday, I guess I feel okay. I feel like as I start and I go through the week, like Wednesday, I feel really good. I think it's maybe, I don't know if it's something with like, oh, I'm warmed up. I'm used to like working out. And then usually by Friday, I just feel like really tired and sore, but it just depends on the workouts.
So
And
what
how
that's
heavy?
telling me is somewhere around Thursday, Friday would be a good day for a rest day.
Or recovery
Active
day.
recovery. Come in and roll out. Come in and just row. Come in. Don't come in at all. And then rest up for that partner WOD on Saturday. It's coming. You know it's coming.
Yeah, because by Saturday I feel like I'm gonna die.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hard. Hit it.
Really hard.
What a duo.
You guys got any more questions about recovery?
I have a question, but it kind of goes backwards.
Uh-oh.
Tarantino,
that shit. He's gonna Tarantino us one time.
Teddy was saying how he drinks protein right after he works out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since we're talking about rest and recovery, and I guess it goes a little bit into nutrition, but not that much.
Kinda.
When you go to sleep, do you take protein too, or do you just take it after you work out and then throughout the day while you eat your normal meals?
So like I work out in the evening time, so then I'll take my shake after a workout, and then I'll have another little bit of protein with my main meal, dinner. But then for me, like protein is something that I have to take a few hours for it to digest properly in my stomach. I don't really like to drink the casein shakes or like more protein before bed because I just won't sleep well. I think it's an individual thing. If people say there's a certain amount of protein you should get in your day, if you struggle to get it in at the start of your day, then yeah, maybe you've got to eat more protein at the end of the day. But yeah, it's just something you've got to play around with and see how you feel. If you can sleep fine after eating protein the last thing before going to bed, then yeah, you do you, boo.
Do you, boo boo?
Yes.
Yes. JJ?
Yeah, you know what? Did you see that? There's a pterodactyl flying around this room. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna get into this actually another podcast. I think it deserves its own whole other time to talk about. But in short, you should be getting some sort of protein recover afterwards. Smile for the camera. Is this video?
Yeah.
Are you taking a selfie?
Sorry, we just took another video. All right, so directly after you work out, and everyone has their own idea. I know I've talked with about this with Eva, and kind of everything I've ever been taught shoots to like a 15-20 minute window. After you work out, you got about a 15-20 minute window to get in your protein. Okay. The type of protein you should take is probably some sort of whey.
Yeah, same here. I'm not just saying it. Like I've always trained with protein. It's a really great tasting protein powder. And as far as price goes, they can be really expensive. It's like $1 a serving. Like a serving is a scoop. I take a scoop after a workout. It lasts me, what's the big bag?
30 days.
Probably a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
It's solid. It's like $1 a serving, and it's really good tasting. I like the chocolate one. So.
Yeah, it mixes well, tastes good. It's a little more expensive than
Flavor.
what is it?
It actually just came out with a cappuccino flavor.
Oh hell yeah! I'll be all about that.
If you guys are interested in that, we can bring that in as well.
I know there's different ways people can take the protein powder. People have it with their coffee.
Yep, they
Some
sure
people
do.
put it in their oats, smoothies.
Oh, that's what I like to do in my
Some
oats.
people actually make, and I'm going to go into kind of what you asked me about before you go to bed. You can take protein before you go to bed. You don't have to take protein before you go to bed, and it kind of depends on what time you eat. If you eat at 8:00 p.m. Dinner, then I don't think you probably shouldn't take any more protein before you go to bed, in my opinion. If you eat dinner at 6 and you're still hungry before you go to bed, that would be a good time to get in the casein protein. And the difference between casein and a normal whey protein is it digests a lot slower, so it works overnight. So without getting too deep into it, that's the difference between the casein and whey.
Try just
All
to
right.
eat a little bit of protein with every
Yeah.
main meal of the day.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I have for getting a good amount of protein in your day.
Yeah.
Eggs for breakfast, chicken breast for lunch, maybe chicken breast again for dinner, or steak or salmon. Real easy.
Five Guys.
Five Guys is high in protein. I like it.
Double.
Got to get a double though. If you go there, don't get the little cheeseburger. Get the big one.
We'll do a week on nutrition too.
Yes.
Talk about
Yeah,
it.
this is a topic that can go even further and further and further. And there's a lot of the cool thing about nutrition is everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own views and nobody's really wrong. It just kind of everyone has their own idea about that. So we'll kind of save that for the next one. All right. But yeah, in short, try to get most of your protein and most of your macros from food. All right. Supplements are made to supplement food. See what I did there?
Real food. Eat real food. Then supplements.
Meats, vegetables, nuts, seeds, some fruits, little starch, no sugar. Paleo way, baby.
JJ.
That's right.
How
What?
about that pixie dust or what was it called?
Pixie sticks.
Sticks.
Get it right. Or gummy bears.
You have the diet of a 5-year-old.
I do not.
It's still incredible how you do how you do what you do.
I am Mr. Incredible. All right. All right. Any more questions for you guys? I have one thing I want to get into, and it's one of my favorite times of the podcast. WODS of the week. WODS of the week. Yes. All right. So, starting con numero uno, Monday, doble grace, double grace. Did I do it?
Doing this one with
No, I did not. I did it last time. I did not do it this time. Did you do it?
I did not.
So
You
we
did
cannot
it?
talk. Did you do it, Stacy?
Yeah, I did it.
Woo! Stacy, tell us, at what weight did you use?
I RX'd it, 95.
Son of a gun.
Hey.
95 pounds, and your time was?
What was it? Crap.
Fast. Just say fast, Stacy, when you don't know the answer.
I beat Eva. That's the important part.
You did not finish the WOD. You capped. You had 3
Yeah.
left. I remember
I
that.
had three left.
It was a good job, though. Tres. Okay.
Three
Sarah,
left.
did you do it?
I did do it. Yep. I
All right. So what I want to ask you, I won't ask you, but you did scale the WOD.
Yes, I did. Scale
Okay.
the I went down to
Talk about
75.
Why? Who? What? When? Or why?
I'm kind of on I'm trying to burn a little more fat to kick than lift heavy during WODs. I want to finish the WOD. Well, this week in particular, we're trying to scale, right? So we're trying to
Yes.
actually finish the WOD during the time cap.
Yes. All right.
So I decided to drop it down to 75 pounds and try to move throughout the entire time.
Good. And that's a good point. And I want everybody to know that it's not about RXing every single WOD you get, okay? If you're going to struggle through the weight from minute 1 through to the time you cap out because you're not going to finish, then it's a clear sign you use too much weight, okay? Yes. Ego should stay at the
Door.
Gryffindor. I forgot the other names, bro. So keep going. Double grace is brutal. If anybody doesn't know,
It is.
double grace, single grace is 30 clean jerks at 135.95. Okay, double grace is times 2, so 60 clean jerks at 135.95. It's a brutal WOD. It's one that really you have to figure out a good game plan and pace yourself. Okay, I like to kind of give strategies that I would do if I were to do the WOD right now. Okay. I'll give mine, and then I'll let you guys give yours, okay? One thing I would not do personally is hold on to the bar, okay? Meaning I wouldn't clean jerk it, bring it back down to my hips, back down the floor, and go right into the next one, okay? I would go overhead with it, and I would let it go. Why? Grip, okay? It's a lot of reps. It's heavy enough, not super heavy.
No, it's a heavy. 135 clean and jerk for a guy it's heavy.
Heavy enough. It's definitely heavy enough. So I would do singles the whole time. What I did last time is probably what I would do again if I ever do it again. And I would do 5 at a time. So again, overhead, let it go, pick it right back up. I would do 5, then I would take a step back for a short break. Okay. The first probably 20, I really wouldn't, maybe 15. I really wouldn't need to take that short break, but you should, because if you don't, once you get past that 20, you're dead meat. All right, so
Try and move at the same pace throughout the workout.
yeah, make a good pace, keep it.
And if you can't move at that same pace, then you should have scaled it. And it's a really good one to be like, you know what? If that was the case and maybe the cap got you, next time, go a little bit lighter, work on that form, try and beat your time, and then attack the RX weight. There's no harm in kind of like just practicing at a lower weight, getting your form right,
That right?
feeling it, and then attacking it next time.
That real. Tuesday, What do we got Tuesday? Eva.
Coach Eva, named after our famous coach.
Famous Coach Eva.
They made a workout just for her. Thank you, CrossFit.
Thank you. Eva, brutal workout. Eva is intended to be done solo. Okay, it's intended to be done solo. It's nasty. It's a benchmark workout, 5 rounds of starting with 800-meter run.
Yeah.
So half-mile run. Okay, 30 kettlebell swings. It's 2 poods, so 70 pounds for the guys, 53 for the girls, and then 30 pull-ups. Okay, awful.
That just
Grip
that
machine.
shouts out grip and it shouts out engine. Because 5 sets of 800 meters, what's that? 2.5 miles? Jeez.
Did you see that thing?
Yeah.
Good God, I cannot get it, but I promise you by the time we finish, there, I got it. Look,
Go and get it.
that's what I'm talking about.
How did you find it, ladies? Did anyone do this one?
Oh, we did this in partners. You were allowed partners for this one. Very quiet over there on that side of the room.
Yeah, so talking
And all
about
speak at once.
scaling- What did they say? I
What
did
is
this
it?
They're
with
like,
Rebecca and Lisa, and so they ran the first what is it? 800, or they ran half of it, and then we decided to scale it down since that was the whole theme of the week, and then we rode instead of the running,
Nice.
and we got more out of the workout that way.
Nice. Good. And actually, that's harder because if you think about it, the row is
Yeah.
more grip.
Arms to arms.
So
and-
row, kettlebell swing. I couldn't think of anything worse. So good job.
yeah, so the cool thing about that is I think we did this one on we did on July 4th. Yes, we did. We did it originally on July 4th. I remember that day we did it in partners already. So it was we did 1 WOD of the day. It was this WOD. We did in partners, no time cap. Everyone finished. I don't remember what the times were. I think I did this one with Drew. So Drew and I did this one. It was brutal.
Good workout.
Great workout. If you did Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday is a good day for a
Ooh.
Rest day. Slash active recovery.
Besides active recovery day or whatever you want to do at home day or play soccer with your friends in the park or take your dog for a walk day. You get the point. Anyways, all right. Wednesday. Oh, dirty, down and dirty.
Oh, this-
Holy moly.
This workout is the worst.
Sarah, take it away.
Yes. Wednesday's workout was a combination of Karen and Randy. We had 3 rounds of 50 wall ball shots and 25 power snatches. We did this one on July 5th, probably. It was a very, 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 very hot day in Central Florida on
Hot
July
day.
5th. And actually,
It was
3 people.
hot, sweaty, and
Yes. Could not
stanky.
stank.
There was some stank on that WOD.
We actually had 3 people in the box PR, and 2 of the 3 are right here.
Nice. Nice.
And also Ryan Diaz PR'd as well. I don't think I can look at his old score.
Yeah, I didn't PR. I definitely liked it. It was worse. Yeah.
That was a brutal WOD. You know, you think 50 wall balls, all right. Then you get into 25 snatches, and then you got to go back and do 50 more wall
Yeah.
balls
Yeah.
just to do it again.
It was a mentally tough
Yes,
WOD.
it really, really is.
Really
So
good
I try
WOD.
to break mine up, doing 10 wall balls at a time, and then 7, 8 snatches at a time as well. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I was just about to get into that and get that thing out of my face. Very close to the mouth. I don't do that. All right.
Stash.
It's the stash. Very close to the stash. I'm gonna let Teddy take this away, and we're gonna talk about how should you break that up, or what are some ideas on how can you do it now to finish?
Oh, the wall ball snatches one. Well, yeah, obviously, that's 150 wall balls, 75 snatches. You could be real silly and go out guns blazing in the first round and do a set of 25 wall balls, and then you know what? I could probably do another 25 and get my 50, and then get to the snatch bar and do your first 5 snatches and be like, my arms, I can't feel my arms. Small chunks, like really, again, like the double grace, just chip away at it. I did 10s to the wall balls, 5s to the snatches like JJ. Listened to Coach JJ for once in my life and didn't actually regret it for the first time too. No, I'm joking. he's got some good advice. And yeah, that was one where great for muscle endurance training, but tough workout. That was mentally tough. So if anyone did that, well played. Yeah, kudos. And I think we did it with me, you, Andy, and then
That's it.
no, there was two other ladies, but I've
Oh yeah, Camille and Bonnie.
Cam and Bonnie.
shout out. They killed it. Like we were there watching them, and they are relentless. I'm so impressed by them. Like I see them all the time, beasts. So shout out.
And that's after they came in at 5 a.m.
Damn,
And they were back this morning, right?
And they're back next day.
they put
Yep.
some stank on that wad.
Thank on it. Yes. So just exactly like Teddy said, the way I would have broken that down is wall balls and 10s from the start. Okay. You're going to feel good when you start. And when you throw your first wall ball, you're going to be like, man, I feel great. I could probably do about 40, 50 unbroken. Do not do that.
And
Okay.
if you can't do 10, if 10's a lot, 5s.
Fives. Go fives. Short rest. All right. Anywho, let's move on. 21:59. The workout got changed a little bit. I know you guys were expecting to see kettlebell swings, and you didn't. Okay. 21:59. Run 40 meter first, and then 21 alternating kettlebell snatch, run 400 meter, 15, run 409. I'll let Stacy do most of the talking on this one since she killed it.
Yeah,
Back to Sara.
I don't want to be.
Well, looks like you killed everybody with a score of 0.00. That's much faster than
I'm
8
so
to 10
fast.
minutes. That's right. So talk to Stace.
So I went a little bit heavier with my kettlebell snatch than I usually do,
Good.
but I just did this because my coach knows that I can do that weight. It's just getting.
I
Oh,
wish we
this
could
way,
reach into
that
their
way.
screen. I'm trying to like reach into your screen and tap Sarah on the head.
It wasn't that bad for me. The only thing was the running because I haven't been running for a while. Because I have Achilles tendonitis. But other
Ooh.
than that, I mean,
Sounds like something in Hercules.
yeah, not a good time.
Okay.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't so bad.
And what
Okay.
weight did you use for the kettlebell snatch?
35.
Good job.
Woo!
That's not easy.
And you know what? Let's talk to the woman who beat you. Let's pass the mic to Sarah.
Oh,
Ugh.
like
Come
Jane,
on. Barely.
but with some stank.
No, so I don't know. So yeah, so I also did the WOD at 35 pounds and ran the 400 meters. What are we talking about?
How did you break up your kettlebells? Did you 21, 15?
Unbroken.
I did 10 and 11, and then I did 10 and 5, and then I did the 9 unbroken. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I really think that today's WOD is endurance. It's what's going to make it, because your run, the kettlebell snatches, I feel like I moved fast
Pretty
enough
quick.
through them,
Yeah, pretty quick.
you know?
You're not going to beat anybody on the snatches by a couple minutes unless they stop for whatever reason.
Unless
Give
you
time
sit
on
there.
the run. Yeah, the
It's
faster
the
runners
run, right?
with moderate strength should take this.
Right. So
Agreed.
Tomorrow's WOD. Not saying.
Nope.
is it 8 o'clock? It's after 8 o'clock.
It is after 8 o'clock. So if you know cherry pickers, go ahead and log on tonight and definitely look. And if it's not something you like, I'll see you Saturday or Monday. Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
I won't talk to you if you cherry pick.
Yeah, we won't even talk to you. We won't even talk to you. No, you know what? It's a great WOD. Everyone needs it. Everyone could use it. So everybody should show up. Okay. And if you don't know what it is, look on Modify. And while you're there, go ahead and reserve your class. Right, Sarah?
Yes.
Go ahead and talk about it. Talk about that for us.
I'm sick of people not coming to class and not reserving. I don't know about you, Sarah Cruz, but I feel very passionate about that.
Do you reserve?
No,
course.
Teddy has attended 2 of our classes.
What did you say?
Every day.
Yes, please go onto Wodify, go to class schedule and reserve your spot in tomorrow's classes. It not only helps for the number of or us knowing the number of attendees in class, but also helps the coach kind of figure out who's coming to class, the skill level, all of that good information. So we are ready for you, and we're not surprised with more advanced athletes, with intermediate athletes and newer athletes, all kind of intertwined in the same class. So por
Yes, that's
favor,
right.
reserve your spots.
And especially important for Fit Camp.
Yes,
since that is our
5 a.m.ers.
biggest class of the day. We bumped up the
Behind the
the
fridge
amount of
Teddy.
people. Yeah, the amount that is allowed to register is 17. Okay, but we can't bump it up much higher than that because of space and coaching. All right, it's not fair for the people that do show up to not really get coached because there's 17 other people in the class, and it's not fair. What was I saying? It's not fair. Just not fair. Okay. Yes. So we can only take 17. Get in now. You can reserve up to 72 hours in advance. So definitely reserve in advance if you know you're coming. And if you're not coming, if you wake up in the morning and you're not going to make it, definitely cancel your reservation.
Be courteous.
Someone
courteous.
else.
We do have
get
a
in.
wait list now as well. So if you cancel, somebody else gets to take that spot. So please cancel if you can't make it.
Yes. If you're coming to open gym or you don't like to come to classes and you just want to do your own thing, any advice? Yeah.
Oh, you can actually reserve your spot for open gym as well, and it's good information for us to know how many people do attend open gym, so we know whether we should keep it open or not. Because
That's really good to know, Sarah. I'll take it in advance.
Yep, please, thank you. Pass the information along as well.
I will do.
Your other friends.
I don't have any friends.
If anybody would like to be his friend, shoot his message. If you have friends of friends,
single girls.
Vinny doesn't count. He's not a person. He's a troll.
He is a troll.
Poor Vinny.
Vinny, I hope you're watching this. So next week, well, if you're watching this, please, starting now, jot down some materials about next week.
Is going to be. I'm going to put it. He's going to be here. I'll make sure of it, people. I know you want to see this. We're going to get him on, even if we got to put him in a little chain shackle around his neck and get him in there. We're going to get him. We're going to have some questions. The handsome mountain troll will be here next week.
Hey, so tomorrow's WOD. We always kind of talk about our WODs in the rears. Now that we have it in front of us.
Go ahead and reword that.
You guys are 5.
Question.
You're selling a different.
We always talk about our WODs in the past. Now that we have the WOD, we can talk about tomorrow's WOD.
That's a WOD you don't want to blow.
Maybe you do.
Or maybe you do, like Kim said.
Do you want RX?
I would probably scale down a little bit.
Can you jerk it?
Cleanly.
All right, back to the question.
As long as it's clean.
Finish strong, Sarah.
Finish strong. Pace yourself.
How do we go about breaking up tomorrow's WOD?
All right. Well, I guess to answer that question, I'd have to let everybody know what tomorrow's WOD is. Single leg lying leg raises. If you've never done them or you have no clue what they are, they're good. They're good. I like them. They're one of my faves. Okay, one of my faves. I came up with them on accident. I'm sure someone else has done them before me, so I'm not going to ever – I wouldn't say I created those, but I just kind of did them one day, and I liked the way they turned out. So single leg lying, alternating total bars. Left leg up, the right leg up. Okay? It's going to be 30 of those. Okay? Then 10 – how many?
10.
How many, Sarah?
Yes.
Kim?
10.
And Stacy.
1-0.
10. Barbell rollouts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Brutal. All right.
Your abs are going to be sore.
Abs of steel. Then 20 lying, alternating leg raises. Then 10.
10.
10.
Yes.
Ooh,
0.
good. 10 barbell rollouts again. Then 10 lying, alternating legs, single leg, alternating. I was going to say leg curls. It got me caught up in the bodybuilding scene. Alternating leg raises, and then 10 more.
So how would you break that up?
How would I break it up? Unbroken.
And if you can't, if you like, that's
Everybody just
And
froze.
broken them.
That's not you.
I'll tell you the truth. Here's how I would break it up. The single leg alternating leg toe to bars, basically. They hurt, but you can pretty much just keep moving through those. When your abs starting to tighten up, take a second rest on the floor, kind of, stretch your back for 2 seconds and go right back to it. Okay. Other than that, it's nothing that you need to really, you're not going to spend a ton of time on that. The barbell rollouts is going to be brutal, and I will tell you that in advance. It's going to be nasty. That is going to need some scaling for a lot of people. Okay. So I guess it all depends on the individual. If you got really strong abs and you got strong core, strong shoulders, you could do like maybe 3 and then shake them out for a second and go back for another 3, shake them out, another 3 and finish with a single. Just right off the bat, that's kind of what I would say. Or if you're very strong and very good at them, 5 and 5 on those each time. They're going to take a bit of time. They're going to be hard. They're not going to be easy, but you will feel it. It's going to be a good workout. Does that answer your question, or did I leave something there for you to?
That's good.
No, that answers it.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You guys are freezing over here.
This is a great crowd.
You guys are freezing over here.
There's some laugh.
Are you hearing us?
Yes.
We can hear
Oh.
you. Can you hear us?
Sorry.
What else? Anything new going in the box before we take this to an end, Sarah?
I'm not ready for
Challenger started this week. If you've noticed,
Yes.
you're going to see some new faces, especially at 5 a.m. Seems to be a pretty popular time. They're all doing so great so far, to be honest with you. I think every one of them hit their 3 days. Actually, tomorrow probably we'll see quite a few of them. So hopefully they'll all hit their 3 days this week. Okay. And so far the feedback we've been getting has been fantastic. So seems like they're loving it. Everyone loves working out with them. So hope you guys are watching. If you are, definitely keep up the good work.
Yeah, keep it up, guys.
Okay.
we ordered heel cliffs. They should be here.
Oh,
on Monday.
yes. My favorite. So if you have tried this
You also would like a 6-pack in 2
and you would like a 6-pack in those months, we ordered 3 new flavors. There's 3 flavors coming in. They're fantastic. They will be. Do we have the price on those yet, Sarah Cruz?
$3.
$3. They are fantastic. All right. You don't.
What's the best flavor?
That is opinion.
I know. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, what's my favorite flavor? Oh crap! You know what? The flavor I think I got at regionals, which was.
I think it was a pomegranate punch.
Yeah, pomegranate punch. Or I thought it was some sort of lemonade, pomegranate lemonade or something. I don't know. It was like a light purple, I think, was it? Right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Definitely fantastic flavor.
Pomegranate.
I do like the pomegranate punch. Pomegranate punch is the one we had down in the fridge. It's red can. I do really like that one. I'm not as big on blueberry, so the blue can, it tastes like blueberry. So if you like blueberry, that would be a great one for you. I know Naomi's picked up a couple. She really loves the flavor. Me, again, I'm not too big on blueberry.
So we ended up getting a case of the blood orange, a case of the blackberry lemonade, and the
blackberry lemonade. That was the one that we got from regionals. That's the one that I like.
Okay.
Yes,
Good. I'm glad.
Yes.
And then a case of the raspberry blueberry. So those will be in Monday, Tuesday.
I don't know why I keep saying it. Go ahead, Sarah. We interrupted you. We're rude.
That's it.
All right.
That's it. Let us know if there is a topic you guys want to hear for the coming weeks. We do have a list of other topics we want to discuss. So do let us know what you want to hear about so we can add it onto our list.
And for everybody watching, please do me a favor. Do us a favor.
Do us a
solid.
I knew it was
Jot
coming.
down at least 2 to 3 questions that you would like us to ask Vinny on the next podcast. I give you. It does not have to be anything that has to do with CrossFit. It could be what's your favorite set of Mickey ears to put on.
Or when you do the dynamic warm-up where your heels touch your bottom, why do you look like retardation? Like, it can be anything, you know?
We're gonna get sued. Send us a few questions and we will ask him.
But please, yeah, send us questions so we can ask him.
Yes.
He's going to be our special guest next week, and we're really excited.
Really quick, also, I posed a question in our athletes page about the CrossFit liftoff. That's November 30th, I think.
Yes.
I didn't get much response. Actually, I didn't get any response. So is that something you guys want to do as a box? It's $10 a CrossFit. It's fun.
All right, so anybody that doesn't know what CrossFit Liftoff is, first of all, it's fun, okay? It's $10 to enter. It's very similar to the Open. You do the 3 things, and I'll tell you there in a sec. You submit your scores online and along with the video, okay? Max effort clean and jerk, max effort snatch, and then you get 1 Metcon to do, and you send them in, all right? And you compare your scores online. There's cash prizes, not that anybody here is going to win them. The cool thing is weight classes this time. Okay. So good for the small guys.
Why don't we do this? Why don't send your money into CrossFit? Anyone who enters have our own in-house competition.
Yeah.
Money in the pot. And then we'll figure out a way over the next week how we can kind of do it relative. So like women and weight classes, men and weight classes, and who comes out overall.
Yep. I like it.
I don't know why I'm doing this with my finger.
I don't think there's anybody in my weight class.
Definitely not.
I like that idea, right?
I like that.
It gives you an opportunity to record your max effort lifts,
Yeah.
or your PRs, you know.
You know you're not going to win the lift. You could win the Metcon.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, the third event is a Metcon. Yep.
Metcon, yep. So even if you don't win the lifts, you could win the Metcon. Who knows?
Still
So
got to be an all-around athlete.
all around. It's all about all around.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
All
let us know. Answer the poll, guys.
That was your second edition of the Sweet Deep Radio.
Those
Sign it
podcasts.
out, ladies. Sign it out.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. Beautiful.
Was there a sign out?
You guys nailed it.
All right. Bye, guys.